Hi, ladies. So lately, I have been thinking a lot about how crime rates are skyrocketing, especially with violence against women. I don't know what is going on in this world. I just came across a video on Facebook the other day that was so horrific. I mean, this video had me in tears. A young lady was murdered at random on a train on her way home from work, and may her soul rest in peace. After I watched this video, it just hit me in my spirit. Ladies, we need to learn to look out for one another. We need to learn to be aware of our surroundings and really ask the Lord for discernment when we go out into the community, when we go out in these streets. I came up with a list of 5 tips that I think might be helpful. You know, I don't know. I really don't know what's going on, but this world is getting wicked every day. Anyways, let's go through these 5 tips. Tip number 1, make sure to fill your gas tank the day before, um, you know, your busy day, whether you have a work day, whether you're at home. Have your gas tank full. That way, you don't need to go to the gas station at night or go to the gas station early in the morning, because those peak hours are, there's a lot of criminal activity going on. A lot of times people say, oh, you could be in a safe neighborhood. Nowadays, it doesn't even matter if you're in a safe neighborhood with a low crime rate. You just want to make sure that you stay on top of things. So have your gas tank filled, at least a half a tank of gas. That's a good amount of gas to have in your car. I remember my brother always reminding me to keep my gas tank filled. So, okay, tip number 2, beware of your surroundings. When you park your car, make sure that you take note of the other cars that are parked around your car. I usually like to park my car where I have a little space so I can, take a look at the vehicles around me, look at license plates if need. And you know what? These days, people take pictures. You can take pictures of people's license plate, people's cars, just so that you're on top of things. Because I know that not everyone tells, everyone where they're going. So just be aware of your surroundings. Tip number 3, pay attention when you hop on the highway, especially on the freeway. Pay attention to who is driving behind you, who's driving in front of you, and who's driving beside you, because these days you don't know who's in cahoots, who's working together. It's very hard to tell. So pay attention to see who is following you, because sometimes you could exit off of the highway and the car follows you. Again, the two individuals could be working together and you wouldn't know if you're not paying attention. So pay attention to that. Tip number 4, don't take your kids out at night unless it's an emergency. For me, this is really, really, really huge. Ever since COVID, I hardly travel with my daughter, late hours of the evening. I just think it's been very helpful, in terms of safety. And I think it's just unnecessary to be out late with my child. Now, I can't make that determination for you and your children, but if you're trying to keep your children safe, I would say keep them at home when the sun goes down. Nothing good happens at night anyways, right? Okay, so my final tip is pay attention to your surroundings when you get home. Now, a lot of times people don't think about this one, but this one is huge too, because say for instance you've been followed. You wouldn't know if you're not paying attention to your surroundings before you exit your vehicle. That is exactly what you need to do. And also familiarize yourself with your neighbors. A lot of times neighbors know a lot, especially the elderly neighbors, because they are retired, they're home all day, so they're watching through their window. You know how they could be. They know what kind of activity is going on. They know who is who. So when you're in a neighborhood like that, whether you're in a suburb, whether you live in apartments, wherever you live, familiarize yourself with 1 or 2 neighbors. Be friendly enough to chat, but you don't want them all in your business as well. But when you are open with your neighbors, you give them you give them the permission to share with you. So they may tell you, oh, so and so was in the hallway, or so and so is, looks a little bit mysterious, and things like that. So those are my 5 tips that I think may help you to keep safe. Other than that, stay prayed up. Stay prayed up and ask God for discernment to speak to you, to speak to your spirit, and give you a heads up if anything. Ladies, take care and have a blessed day.